G'day guys, I hope you're well. I've got a new review for you. One of the newer figures. Yeah, it's new. Kithaba from the Vintage Collection. Just thought I'd get the card back out of the way so I can show you that. Focus, come on. There we go. Nope, there we go. Alright, so he's on Return of the Jedi. Obviously, Skiff guard there. Picture of him. Yada yada yada. On the back, I have reviews on the rest of those figures there, except for the 501st Clone Trooper, which I'm not going to worry about at this stage. I might get him in time, but at this stage I'm not too worried about him. There's the original release from Power of the Force back in 1985. Of course, he was labelled as Barada back then, which is now his species. A little bit of retconning there, so he's now named Kithaba, or Kithaba, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. But onto the figurine. You just lost a weapon here. He does come with his force pike, which, if I can just zoom up, there we go. A little bit bent from the packaging, but it's not a big deal really. I can probably just bend that back into shape. Just the way I've had him holding it too, it's just warped a little bit, but not a big deal. Cool accessory. We've seen this quite a few times before, so nothing new there. I will apologise if I'm not speaking very clearly. I do have a bit of a cold, so yeah, I'll do the best I can. It also has a blaster which fits inside his working holster, which is nice. Nice bit of silver detail on there. So I think just some minor little details like that really go a long way. Just adds some value a little bit. I think just shows they've really gone to the effort. So the rest of the figure is really well done. I'm really stoked about this. I'm a big, as you all know, I'm a big fan of all the aliens. There's a lot of you guys that are out there collecting clone troopers and stuff. I like to get all the different sort of looking characters. Although my enjoyment of clones is starting to catch up with me. But yeah, I really like all the different sort of aliens. They just add a lot more diversity to the collection, I feel. I actually put in a shelf last weekend, which is behind me there. So I've got my Jabba's Rancor, Jabba the Hutt, and all the other characters from Jabba's Palace and the Skiff sail barge scene and all that sort of stuff up there. So I'm pretty happy about that. Just was starting to get too cluttered in one of my smaller shelves, so I had to put a new one in. But let's stop talking about that and a bit more on the figure. Most of you will know there is a variant to this figure. I'm not sure which is the variant, which is the official release, but this one has a brown headband. There is a variant with a red headband, much like you're seeing on the card back there, which is cool, but I think with the red pants it's probably just a little bit too much to have a red headband as well, or bandana. I just think that would be a little bit too much red. I just think the brown looks better personally. But overall, he's painted really well, sculpted really well. His head sculpt is brilliant. Zoom up a little bit more. Really not a nice looking guy. I certainly wouldn't mess with him. He's got a face only a mother could love, which I think I've said about quite a few of the aliens I've reviewed. So yeah, definitely a cool figure. He does have this sort of pouch band that goes over his shoulder. And the cool, I like what they've done here actually. It's sort of, there's a groove. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up in the light. There we go. There is a bit of a groove that goes down his back, so it allows it to sort of slot in. It just sort of stays put a little bit better with that, and that sort of goes all the way over his shoulder onto the front of his jacket down there. It just allows it to sit a bit stiller, a bit more stiller. I don't know. One thing I've liked them to do is just use a different colour for the hinge joint there, but once again, not a great deal. Zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Belt's done nicely. Nice little belt buckle there, interesting looking sort of shape. His gun holster at the side there, around the back. Let's get a couple of pouches. He keeps his skiff snacks. That's what I was trying to say. For him and his other skiff buddies going on a picnic. Here's his nice red disco pants. Only thing stopping them from being more disco is they're not flared, but they could be. They're just tucked into his boots, which are also done nicely. Articulation on this guy is pretty good. He has a ball jointed head, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So he's pretty cool. Probably about all I've got to say, really. He has been painted well. I really like the dirtiness of his sleeves there. Obviously Jabba doesn't have very many showering facilities or a washroom in his palace. I mean, Jabba doesn't wear clothes, so why would he need a laundromat? So imagine all these guys just sort of stink it up. But yeah, cool figure. Definitely recommend you get him if you can find him. I know they're starting to dribble out into stores now, this wave. I have yet to see them in stores personally, but they are trickling out. They're mostly online retailers have them, and they're pretty much readily available. So thanks for watching as always, guys. I really do appreciate your comments and input. Any feedback and stuff, you can chuck it down below in the comments. I'll be back with some more reviews next week, hopefully. I've got a case on the way, the new wave with Star Killer. I've got a wave of 6 figures coming. It's just been shipped on Wednesday, so which comes with Star Killer, Shay Vizsla from the Old Republic, Grand Moff Tarkin, Nikto Skiff Guard, and Clone Pilot Oddball. And to make up the 6, they've thrown in Darth Malgus as well, so I'll be able to review that one. So I'm very excited to get that. It should be in sometime next week, assuming all goes well. So anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah, just have a great weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. So until then, guys, may the Force be with you always.